welcome back to the Xenophobic 73 channel, and this is my review of the New Year's Day special Resolution. What did I think of the episode? Well, look, it's never going to be Doctor Who as we'd all love it to be. I think that's, you and I both know that is now gone. BBC seem to be running with this facade of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. I'm not a fan of the way that Jodie plays the Doctor anyway. It's too madcap, it's too sporadic, and now she's a gymnast, and you'll know what I mean when you watch the episode. The episode's premise, look, you've got to give Chris Chibnall and Matt Stevens, or Strevens, however you want to pronounce the producers now, originality, I suppose, for lack of a better word, for the episode. It was different. So basically, spoilers included, the episode starts on this sort of Game of Thrones premise. So three fragments of a Dalek embryo or Dalek were buried in various areas of the work on the various areas of the world to protect against the fact that it can no longer be resurrected. Ultimately it does. So we've got this situation whereby sort of hundreds of years later, after this sort of 2.5-3 minute explanation about how the particular enemy in question gets buried to the farthest reaches of 3 areas of the world to be protected by 3 protagonists, then cuts to Sheffield under the city, and you've got 2 archaeologists on an excavation site of the third protector. At this point, they uncover what is a Dalek embryo, put it in an excavation bag. It is then later on, when they're examining it at the dig, that the ultraviolet light then reanimates the Dalek embryo, and then it's let loose, only to then later on take over control of one of the geologist's body, to obviously then get information, and it's a single Dalek then probes information about taking over the whole world, summoning a Dalek fleet, which we really we actually don't see in the episode. The Dalek is basically devoid of its casing. The familiarities of the Dalek are not there. So penultimately, what we get is the Dalek taking over the geologist, getting to a point where it can find and construct itself a temporary Dalek machine, a Dalek casing, which then it all goes a bit A-Team, bit BA and Hannibal getting together, bottle tops and elastic bands, and it constructs itself, for lack of a better word, a casing which, look, it's never going to be, it wasn't designed, I don't think, to be a finalised Dalek casing. Thank God for that, because it was bloody awful. It was disproportionate. It was supposed to be makeshift, and I understand that. At least I hope so. So it gets hold of a Dalek, it goes to a highly protected area, gets a Dalek weapon, starts killing a load of people. We then find out that unit was disbanded because of budgetary constraints, because obviously the Doctor is on a mobile phone trying to get hold of Cape Stewart, only to find they're disbanded. So we then see we see some sort of totalitarian army conglomerate at the scene, and they proceed obviously to shoot standard ammunition at the Dalek. Obviously it can't get through because of some variant of Dalekanium impregnation. So the Dalek goes around shooting people, explodes up a tank, and then on the lower 2 globes of the Dalek casing, we've got heat-seeking missiles. So not only was that achieved with nothing, definitely wasn't A-Team. It definitely wasn't an A-Team bit there now. All fun packed. I went, no, seriously, really? Look, it was a lot of fun. I'll give them that. It was a lot of fun. It's not Doctor Who as we know it. It's simply not. Jodie Whittaker's not any remnants of any similarity of a Doctor. I'm gonna get hate for this now because I know the new Who's are gonna love it. The classic old classic Whovians are gonna hate it. Look, it was an hour of entertainment. You had a section where we meet now Ryan Sinclair's biological father, and he's sort of shoehorned into the whole proceedings, and it turns out that how they overcame the Dalek, the single Dalek in the GCHQ, which is ultimately where the Doctor gains control of all the world's internet. There was some flyaway scene about the whole internet being closed down and people have got no communication. What do? Have a conversation. No, didn't work. It was crap. It was unnecessary. It was padding. Didn't need it. So the single Dalek has taken hold of this whole HQ and shut down the internet, done all this, and then they take over the Doctor and together with take hold of the situation by attaching areas of the Dalek with a microwave oven that was gladly brought into the whole proceedings by Ryan's dad. So Ryan's dad is a bit hard up, doesn't know what to do with his life, and he's actually manufactured, built, because he's an engineer, a microwave oven, and he's trying to flog them. So this comes into the scene, and that is ultimately how they take down the Dalek with the innards of this microwave oven. With the innards of a microwave oven. But it was amplified by the sonic screwdriver. Okay? By a microwave oven. Yeah, fade to black. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of basically taking something so trivial and then being able to turn it into something. This bearing in mind is an old age race that has all sorts of technology, and it's overcome by amplification of a microwave oven. I don't care how good the microwave oven. It's certainly not a Curry's microwave oven, but no, that didn't work for me. So there you go. Look, love it or hate it, it's done now, it's over and done with. Now, I don't know how you class this episode, whether you would class it as part of season 11. If you did, it really doesn't add too much to what has already been gone. It was designed, obviously, to be the Christmas special, which obviously moved on to a New Year's special. Look, we're not going to get any more Doctor Who for another year to 18 months, and there's hope. Look, Chris Chibnall, Matt Strevens, and all the rest of the crew and the BBC sort out all this inner politics about who's going to do this, who's going to do that. One will stop blaming the other, and they use this time constructively to build a better ship, to build a better... Let's build a better Titanic, please, for God's sake. Let's use the time for that. At least they can do that, will they, please? So that's the end of my extended review. Bit of a longer one now, but I won't be doing that many for a while anyway, so I may put some different Who content onto the channel. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all on the next video, and a Happy New Year to everyone now. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.